when he went before Pharaoh to ask for the release of the children of Israel, did he just give up the first time that Pharaoh said no? No, he just kept going back and going to tenacity to say, God said for you to let my people go.
Yes.
You know what, today God is saying, let my people go. There are so many that are bound by drugs and alcohol and all these things that they need to be let go of because they are God's people. It's time to let go. We've got to have the tenacity to get the boldness to go to God's throne and believe that He is going to set these people free and deliver them just like He did the children of Israel from the bondage of Pharaoh.
Yes.
David had the audacity, this little shepherd boy, to come in and say, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, all he was supposed to bring was bread and cheese. But no, he comes in with a warrior spirit, knowing that his God was able to do anything and all.
That's right.
And what did he do? He made his brothers mad because, well, what are you doing here? You know? But no, David stood there and he said, no, I don't need your armor, Saul. I'll just do what God tells me to do. So he went before that giant and he slew him because he knew God was with him. Well, we can slay all the giants in our path if we have the tenacity and the boldness to hold on to God and just to keep going when the enemy says stop. We'll just keep going on and keep pressing forward because it's a pressing way. There's not a time that God says stop. Give up. It's a pressing way. We've got to keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep believing until that thing happens that we've asked God for. You know, Daniel prayed 3 times a day. He didn't stop. Even though they told him to quit. He was tenacious about that. He said, I'm not unwilling to give up on my God. I'm not unwilling to stop doing what I do every day, which is hold on to God and pray more harder. But he didn't stop. He didn't give up. He kept going. And that's how we have to be. If we want to see God move, and we've got to have that tenacity, we've got to have that unwillingness to give up. Because He's made us promises in His Word. And His Word is true. And He is not a man that He can lie. His Word is true. And if He promised you something in it, it's going to come to pass.
Yes.
If He spoke to your heart on something, you know it's going to come to pass. You may, but if you don't hold on, if you don't have the tenacity to say, hey, devil, just get off. I believe God. I'm not giving up. Sister Golden, your healing was taken at the whipping post when Jesus took all those stripes. There is no doubt that your healing is in your body. Even though she's on the other side. But you've got to claim it, and you've got to have the tenacity to say, devil, my God's already healed me. My God took the stripes for me. He made sure that I had my healing.
Yes.
So, no matter what you throw at me, I'm going to have the tenacity to believe. I'm going to have the boldness to keep speaking it out loud. I'm not going to shut up until I get my healing, until I can walk without my walker. See, today is the day of salvation. Today is the day that God can do for you. Because He's saying, hold on and believe me because my word is true. The woman, oh hallelujah, who came in and anointed Jesus' feet. She brought that little alabaster box and she broke it open and she anointed the Lord. And all of them were around going, who does she think she is coming here among us? This little sinner woman that they considered her. But what they didn't know was Jesus had already talked to her and Jesus had already took care of her sin. And she came in and she did the very thing. She prepared him. And she wept over him, whereas they hadn't even offered to even wash his feet for him. But you know what? She didn't give up. She never stopped until she got to Jesus. She didn't stop until she did what the Lord needed at that time from her. And that's what God needs. There's things the Lord needs for us to do. There are people we need to speak to. There are people we need to pray for. There are people we need, Lord, just to show them the love of God. That's never known the love of God. You know, but we got to have that boldness to speak out. You know, the funniest thing is, I was so shy that I wouldn't even speak to you in church. And then one day I prayed for boldness.
That's true.
Oh well, look out. Watch what you ask for because you will get it. You know, then He wants to see what you'll do with it. But we got to have that boldness to reach out to people. That boldness to speak and stand upon the Word of God. Believing that if you believe, do you believe the Word of God's true?
Yes.
If the Word of God's true, then why aren't we standing boldly upon it? Why aren't we speaking His words in this lost and dying world?
Yeah.
Why aren't we, just to have the power that Peter had when he just walked the shadow, healed people? Why don't we have that faith to believe that our prayers are going up and our prayers are, God's hearing them and He's going to deliver people and heal them and save them from their sins? We've got to have that boldness and that tenacity to believe and to hold on even when it looks hopeless.
Yeah.
We got to hold on.
Yes,
hold
amen.
on just a little bit longer.
That's your Jesus.
Hold on.
You know, that's like the woman with the issue of blood. She pressed and she pressed and she pressed till she got to Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, we give up too easily.
Yeah.
When we don't get that answer right then and right now, because that's how this generation is, give it to me now.
Yeah.
Don't make me wait.
That's right.
But that's not how God is. Sometimes He wants to see
Amen.
what we're going to do.
Right.
Are we going to keep pressing? Are we going to keep
Yes.
trying? Are we going to keep believing? Are we going to keep focusing? Are we going to keep fasting and praying and reading? Are we going to do these things to show Him how serious we are when we're asking Him for something? Because we will see it come to pass. He said His word doesn't go out void.
Oh, that's right.
And
Amen.
every time that it's preached, it's brought back, or every time you read it, it's not going out void. It's coming back. Its promises will be true. Its promises will stand when this world's on fire.
Amen.
You know, the four men who brought their friend, what did they do? They did everything they could to get to Jesus. That dress was so thick that they couldn't get in the front door. But what did they do? They tore the roof off to lower him down. What will you do to get your loved ones to Jesus today? What will you do to get them saved today? What will you give up? Will you give up a meal? Will you give up TV, internet, phone? Will you give it up to see your loved one saved today? Will you give it up to see your loved one healed today? What were you willing to do to show God that you have the tenacities to say the course? To have the audacity to come to Him and say boldly, God, I know who you are. I know what you've done. I know what you're capable of. Because He says He would reward those that diligently seek Him. So if we are seeking after Him and diligently seeking after Him, because there's the word. We seek after Him, but is it diligently?
Come on.
Because when we diligently seek Him, we don't give up. We say at it like a dog with a bone. You don't give up.
Bless her, God.
You know, Zacchaeus didn't give up.
Amen.
He was a man of such short stature, but he climbed that tree just so he could see Jesus.
Yes.
What will you do to get closer to Jesus today? Will you take that same tenacity that he had to climb up higher, to be near Him, to grow in grace and knowledge, to be closer to God? I want more every day. I want to grow closer every day. I want to know that I'm doing everything He needs me to do.
Yes.
Here, so that I stand before Him, I'm not shamefaced. I don't want to stand shamefaced before Him. I want to know that I've completed my course and I've run my race just like Paul did. And when it's over with and it's finished, and I'm telling you what, I think we've got it added up since right before Christmas. We've lost 14 people that we know that's passed on. You know, so that's 14 people that's met their Maker. That's 14 people that either are in heaven or in hell today. So did they finish the race and not stand shamefaced before God? Were they tenacious in their walk with Him so that they're doing everything that He thought, that willingness to never give up, to keep pressing on? So many people, especially young Christians, they give up so easy because the first trial that comes their way, they can't handle it. Because they think it's a bed of roses. They think everything's going to be fine, but it's not. Life is tough.
Yes, amen.
But with Jesus, it's
Bless
easier.
her real good.
We can get through it with Jesus if we'll hold on to that tenacity that we can take and just say, Lord, I'm not giving up. You didn't give up on me, and I'm not giving up on you.
Amen.
You know, the blind man that sat by the wayside. When Jesus was coming through and He was singing, you know, He just kept hollering, "Thou Son of David, Thou Son of David, Thou Son of David, have mercy on me."
Amen.
And the crowd's going, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." But he cried the more louder.
Come on. Yeah.
What if he'd shut up? He'd still been blind.
He's still been blind. Amen.
But it was his tenacity, his willingness not to say, "I'm not listening to what anybody's got. I'm not listening to this world. I'm going to call out to my God. I'm going to use that boldness. I'm going to reach out to Him.
Yes.
And I'm going to reach Him. And He's going to touch me. And I'm going to be healed today." So what is, what do you need today? What do you need from God? What do you need that you need to be saying, I will not give up? Whatever it is today, reach out.
Thank you, Lord.
Touching, reaching, seeking, diligently seeking. Don't give up no matter what the world says. Because the world's going to tell you to stop. The enemy doesn't want us to be like that. He wants us to say, oh, well, I give up. I didn't get it today, so it must not be coming. But you know what? It is coming.
Amen.
But it's us. It's up to us to wait upon the Lord. He said, you know, that's what I love about Psalm 91. It says, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. You know, if we just wait and we wait and not give up and keep that spirit of holding on fresh in our minds, there's nothing God can't do for us. And if we take that boldness, can you imagine what He'll do? If we say, Lord, I'm trusting you. I'm going to speak your word. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to speak it over every situation. You know, because it says the power of life and death is in the tongue. What we speak is what we bring to life or what we kill. So we've got to choose today if we're going to speak life, if we're going to speak death, because either one that you're speaking, you're going to speak it with boldness and tenacity, or you're going, you know, and if it's death, you're pronouncing your own funeral.
Right. Yeah. Bless you, Lord.
Whether it's spiritual or whether it's physical.
Yes.
But if you speak life into it, even when you see death, you speak life into it.
Come on.
You know, everything may go. You may lose everything that you've got. But if you've got Jesus, you've got everything.
Yes.
And if we just hold on to Him, material things can be replaced. Your health can be replaced.
Right.
If we hold on to Him. Because even if this mortal body, we lay it down and it goes back to the dust it came, we're still going to get a healing. It's going to be a divine healing. It'll be on the other side, but we still got our healing. You know, so many times you hear people talk, well, why didn't God answer my prayer? I prayed and prayed and prayed for that died. But He heard your prayer.
That's right.
But He chose which healing they were going to get.
Right.
But we could have given up and not prayed. And who knows? Maybe they would have suffered longer. But because of your prayers, God answered and moved and gave them that healing that they needed. But today, whatever you need from God, whatever is the most important thing in your heart right now, because I know there's something on each and every one of our hearts that we're boldly seeking God for, and we're tenaciously going to hold on to and believe He's going to do. This is a new year. It's time to step in to what God has for us. It's time to step in belief. It's time to step in love. It's time to step in the path that He's chosen for us. If it's teaching, if it's preaching, if it's singing, whatever your calling is, if it's a prayer warrior, step into it. Step into it boldly. Step in it with tenacity that you're not going to give up and get tired of doing it a week from now. Because, you know, we start headlong into things sometimes and we think, oh, I'm going to do this for God and I'm not going to give up. And then life happens. And we do. We end up giving up. But this is the time and the place that we're at in this world that we can't give up.
Amen.
It's too important.
Bless her, Lord.
It's too important that we see our loved ones saved. It's too important to see healings manifested. It's the church. It's time for it to grow again.
Praise God.
It's time for us to see the souls saved.
Hallelujah.
Brought into the church because time is winding up. And it's time for us to get serious about this thing.
Yes, amen.
And go boldly before the throne of God. And do it with a way that He knows that we're unwilling to stop. And my voice is cutting out. I'm going to say, God bless.
God bless.